Hi and welcome. Today we're talking about something most e-commerce business owners have never actually sat down and calculated. What they're really paying Stripe every single month. Not the rate they signed up for, not the number they vaguely remember from onboarding, the actual dollar amount leaving their business. We're going to do that math live on screen with real numbers. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what your payment processing is costing you and whether it should be. Before we dive in, let me be clear about who this is for. This video, we made it specifically for e-commerce store owners who are doing $30,000 a month or more in revenue and are using Stripe as their primary payment processor. If you're a founder or an operator who set up Stripe when you launched and you've never gone back to question it, this is especially for you. Because the truth is, most people pick Stripe early on because it's easy, and then they just never revisit it. Today we're going to change that. So let's start with the basics. Stripe uses what's called flat rate pricing. The standard rate is 2.9% plus 30 cents on every single transaction. It doesn't matter if your customer is paying with a basic debit card or a premium rewards credit card. It doesn't matter if you're doing $10,000 a month or $500,000 a month. The rate is the same. And that's actually the point. Stripe is designed to be simple. One number, no surprises, no negotiating. But simple doesn't always mean optimal. And as your volume grows, that simplicity starts to come with a real price tag. So let's run the actual numbers. Say your store is doing $50,000 a month and your average order value or your ticket size is $100. Well, that means you're processing roughly about 500 transactions per month. Now here's what Stripe takes. 2.9% of 50,000 is $1,450. But then you add 30 cents per transaction. So 500 transactions times 30 cents, that's another $150. Add those together and you're paying Stripe over $1,600 every single month. And that works out to an effective overall rate of 3.2%. Now, $1,600 might not sound catastrophic on its own, but initially you're thinking, 2.9%, 30 cents. It's really 3.2%. Okay, so let's keep going. Now let's double that volume. $100,000 a month. Still an average order or ticket size of $100. Now you're running 1,000 transactions. The percentage fee is now $2,900. The per transaction fees add another $300. So your total now is $3,200 a month going to Stripe, 3.2% effective rate. Because, again, flat rate pricing isn't rewarding you for growth, right? You're doing now twice the volume, but you're not getting any kind of discount for it. That's the core issue with flat rate pricing. It's scale. It's not going to scale with you in your favor. Now let's zoom out and let's look at what this means on an annual basis, because that's where the numbers really start to hit differently. A store that's doing $50,000 a month is paying nearly $20,000 a year just in processing fees alone. A $100,000 a month store is handing over more than $38,000 a year. And if you're at $500,000, you're paying over $192,000 a year to Stripe in processing fees. That's almost $200,000. And here's the thing. Nobody sends you a bill for that. It just gets quietly deducted from every transaction, every day, automatically. It grows as your business grows, and most owners never stop to add it up. Now, I want to be fair here because, Stripe didn't build flat rate pricing to take advantage of you, right? They built it because simplicity has real value, especially early on. When you're just starting out, the last thing you want to do is negotiate processor contracts or decode what an interchange table looks like. Flat rate pricing means you can get set up in an afternoon, know exactly what you'll pay, and focus on building your business. At low volume, that trade-off makes sense. The problem is that most businesses reach a point where the cost of that simplicity outweighs the benefit, and they never get the memo. So where's the tipping point? Well, below $30,000 a month, the convenience of flat rate pricing probably outweighs the cost. You're not losing enough to justify the complexity of switching. But once you cross $30,000 a month, the premium you're paying for simplicity starts to become meaningful. At above $100,000 a month, flat rate pricing is almost certainly costing you real money. Money that could be going back into inventory, marketing, or, you know what, your own pocket. The chart here makes it visual. Look at how fast that annual cost climbs as volume increases. It's not a small number. So what's the alternative? Well, it's called interchange-plus pricing. That's the traditional model in payments. Instead of one flat rate applied to everything, you pay the actual cost of each card transaction. That's called the interchange rate, plus a fixed margin that goes to your processor, and that's negotiable. The interchange rate varies by card type, but your processor's margin, whatever it's negotiated to, is going to stay consistent and transparent. At scale, this almost always results in lower overall fees compared to flat rate. It's the model that larger businesses and sophisticated operators use once they've actually done the math. I'll be going deeper into interchange plus pricing in the next video in this series, so stay tuned for that. So here's where I want to leave you. Do you actually know what your effective processing rate is right now? Not the rate on Stripe's pricing page, your actual effective rate based on your real transaction mix and volume, just the way we calculated on those earlier slides. If you don't know that number, you're flying blind on one of your biggest operating costs. So here's what I'm offering. Send me a message, and I will personally run a payment cost analysis on your account. No pitch, no sales call, no obligation, just the math. So we can lay out clearly what you're paying so you can make an informed decision. You can also visit paymentsforecommerce.com to learn more. The numbers don't lie. Let's find out what yours are saying.